I guess the question was, Millie, like how does this down payment assistance work, right? Like what are the processes? What does it look like? And how are you helping our listeners?
Thanks for that question again. Actually, it varies on the program. So
Okay.
basically, it's always good to have a conversation with the mortgage banker or us, and we'll see how many different programs and products that we can layer with it. Because we found out many people are looking and waiting for 20% down, and we don't need that anymore, by all means. So a couple of different grants that we have, and I'll break one. It's all called our Welcome Home Grant. Now, this has 3 buckets to it, for example, and it's up to $16,000. And I say up to because it's 3% is actually based on what we call minority grant, and it's based on how someone identifies themselves. So simply, they have to identify themselves as a person of color, and it would be 3% of the purchase price, maximum $6,500.
Okay.
That's one bucket.
Yeah.
The second bucket is basically if you purchase a property in majority minority census tract. So there is a website, the FFIEC. There's a geocode. And actually, when you're purchasing a property, you're not going to actually know necessarily until you find it.
Okay.
So this is something, again, we keep in mind, depending, again, on where you're purchasing. But as long as the property is 50.01 majority minority, that also qualifies for 3% of the purchase price, up to $6,500.
Okay.
So many times, again, it's a minimum of this of $3,500 on the program period. So $6,500 based on how you identify yourself, up to $6,500 on where the property is located, because that's what you asked. And then there's also a $3,000 based on the income, LMI and LMCT. So basically, if you're 80%, and again, I don't expect everyone to know these numbers, just let us know, we'll let you know. But it's 3% based on whether or not you're low income and purchase in a low to moderate census tract.
So what is considered low income then, just so our listeners?
So right now, again, it's going to be varied again, and thank you, based on where you live. So it's going to be varied depending on what county you live. But for example, 50% of the median income may be around $50,000. Okay. 80% can go up right now to about $87,000 per the person that is actually applying for the home.
Sure.
And then again, the minority grant can go up to 120%, so maybe even $132,000.
So I mean, you highlighted a lot of numbers,
I
and you
did.
said it fast, which is okay, right? So nobody's writing that down. So the recommendation is just, hey, if you're looking to purchase a home and you're having a hard time coming up with that down payment, and you are a minority or
Yes.
identify as a minority, reach out to you.
Absolutely,
Like that's
absolutely.
the answer.
That's a huge answer. And not only do we have these Welcome Home Grant programs as well, we can also layer with other programs that we have, and many times it can go up to $29,500 or even more.
Wow.
And that's why we said definitely talk to us, let us know, because there's different grants that are not even on this, but we will layer them with them.